Or I'm reading the last chapters of Deuteronomy right now, and Moses is still gets caught in the loop, going back and talking about the same things over and over again, the rituals and the sacrifices and the law, and but he got into something that was a little interesting to me, and that was like on war fighting or going into battle. And the basic strategy was is come on in, as a friend, and then once you get in to their city, kill them all. I'm like, whoa, right, dude. So I'm gonna be getting into Joshua, who's does gonna have a different strategy. Oh yeah, believing in God, having faith in God, and God's gonna protect. Don't worry about how big the force is that you're going up against. Keep your faith in God. God will give you the battle, right? But that sneaky strategy, just think about that for a minute. If you're one way in one thing, you'll be that way in anything else that you put the same effort and focus on. Okay, and that was a quote from Roy Jones Sr. If you're a winner in one thing, you'll be a winner in everything else. If you're a quitter, you'll be a loser. If you're a quitter and a loser, you'll be a quitter and a loser. All right. Well, that applies to other things. Leopards don't change their spots unless you bring in Jesus and the Holy Spirit, right? And even then, it's hard. Okay, and you got to totally immerse yourself in different input, different kinds of people. And I'm speaking from experience. I used to be really harsh, right? And I fight so hard not to go back there every day. And somebody's being stupid, or they try to get up with me. It's really hard not to go there with them. Okay, I smile a lot, and even I'm like, okay, so the guy, I'm feeling contention towards somebody, and they're feeling it toward me, and I still smile. Okay, and a lot of times we can get through it, and I've done that more times than I can tell you. There's a lot of people that I've had as clients in sales jobs where they were initially very harsh to me, and I didn't let them get to me. I didn't, and the reason is they were over the phone. A lot of times they couldn't, punch me, choke me, or shoot me through the phone, right? And even in person, I don't let them phase me. I don't let them. Okay, there's not a lot you can say unless you're gonna, swing on me or pull a gun on me, and then you better be faster than me. And I had a gun pulled on me at a warehouse, and but as soon as the guy recognized who I was, he put it down, and as soon as I realized that wasn't a toy gun, that was a 357 Magnum, my heart started beating like crazy. That PTSD took over, and it actually affected my next appointment. I was real aggressive that next appointment. What's going on? I realized, oh yeah, that hit, and that I've been listening to Bruce Lipton, and he's talking about a lot of things that apply to PTSD, and also Jordan Peterson talking a lot about PTSD. And it's kind of interesting listening to people that have not experienced combat trying to figure out PTSD. And basically, I saw an article. There's a retired general that's going to have a campaign against PTSD, and when you understand it, it really helps. But really, you got to understand yourself, and having this understanding of the conscious mind and the subconscious mind and how they interact helps. Because what's going on is the lessons and experiences that you have in high stress, traumatic situations burn into your brain. Okay, lessons you learn in combat, you only have to learn one time. You don't need repetition anymore. When you go through basic training or any other military trainings, many of them, there is that element of the instructor, that adverse relationship with the instructor and trainer, and that's to cause the traumatic situation that gets you learning quicker. Okay, and they're taking advantage of that method of learning. Experiences brand in your brain those lessons. They'll burn past any other previous programming, and that becomes the primary programming. So you may learn lessons that fit you very well in a battle or in combat, but those lessons, other normal situations in life, dealing with people, dealing with a spouse, your children, and you got to get that. You got to create new programming, okay? And there's another way, and it's called Psych K, and I'm just learning about that, and that I heard about from Bruce Lipton, and I'm going to do some more research on that. But basically, what that is getting that goody feeling. All right, best way I can describe it: love, joy, gratitude. Right, and sometimes we ain't even got that. I learned that I have some very exciting experiences that I can recall like clear as crystal, and then I'm reading, and thinking about Joshua. Joshua had the same kind of thing, that he could connect directly to his relationship with God. All right, and so that exuberance and high energy feeling associated with God is what he had going on. I'm like, oh, I can do that. See, all those other things I did in my life, that initially I was like, Lord, help me. Lord, get me. I need help. Get me through this, right? And please, Lord, give me strength. Give me. And then, bam, wow, happens, and I'm like, okay, I can associate that wow feeling, the nitrous oxide in my heart, the flux capacitor energy, in my chest, that makes amazing things happen. Okay, with first flipping the switch, which means calling on God, calling on the Holy Spirit, and then He's flipping the switch. That's the source. I can work out all the time. I can eat right and have this vehicle operating properly, right? But it gets 4 times or more functioning, with that input. Okay, and it's something I'm just learning, and so I can do more, just like everything else, creating it, making it happen on purpose, redundancy, doing it over and over again. So being habitual, being in your subconscious mind, if you have the right programming, is good. Okay, but that can't be our God. Okay, that can't be what's most important. Okay, and because when we do that, when we have that going on with us, God will break us, right? Man, I'm a perfect example of that. The first thing I did every morning was get up and run at least 4 miles, run and work out. All right, and then I would get in my Bible study and my meditation and prayer. All right, and then bam, I wasn't even running. I was walking back from the Walk for Cancer at the McAllen High School, which is like a half a mile away. I walk there, talk to somebody, walk back, and on the way back, and now I know it's what I got is tendonitis, and I've had it many times, right? But it really got to me. It was in my ankle and my knee and my ankle swelled up. A lot of pain, doing everything, cutting out the starches and bread in my diet, and taking turmeric, which actually had a dramatic effect very quickly every morning. I'd go to bed at night feeling fine, but when I got up in the morning, I'd have it again, right? And I pretty much realized I needed to be stretching more. Which I started neglecting stretching after I ran the marathon. I was doing a real, I was stretching because I hurt my Achilles heel and this yoga and stretching helped that. Ran the marathon, great. All right, then after the marathon, I kind of stopped. I let it, I neglected it, and now I'm having that issue. But now I am getting up first thing every morning, and I'm meditating in prayer and and I'm reading my scriptures. In fact, I love reading the scriptures because I get fed. I'm getting the way what I'm looking for. I'm looking for that characteristics of when one of the characters in the Bible is in their conscious mind versus their subconscious mind, and it's looking at it from that way. I'm getting more. I'm getting input, and this is my 13th time reading the Bible, and I'm finding out things that I've never had before because I'm looking at for a certain thing, that indicators that they're in their subconscious mind. And what Moses did was get with the laws. Just imagine 40 years going across the desert. Okay, they don't have TV or radio or any books, and they're sitting around the campfire, which occupies their subconscious mind, and hearing the story of Moses going up to meeting with God on his face, praying and fasting food and water for 40 days and getting the law and then going through the law, right? And that's what that generation did for 40 years. So it is in them. It was in them when Joshua took him in to the promised land, and they had extreme abundance and success under Joshua after that, and which is going to be good to read. But then I'm like, okay, so when did it fall off again, right? And it fell off again, and they didn't get that success again until David and then Solomon. So that's it's a whole different way of looking at it, and with looking at it a different way, you're going to get different information or get it from a different way, and that's what's happening. It's just exciting. But that's anything in life. And when you're talking to somebody and you know they're in their subconscious mind, right? It helps you. It helps you realize that they just don't, that they're limited, and you by keeping your cool and not reacting to them, and then also the magic words. What if I could do this, or what if I could do this for you? What if this happened? What if you tried this and it worked? Okay, and when you do the what if, then your subconscious mind is designed to protect you. And when you draw a contrast between staying the same, keeping the status quo, doing nothing, and doing something and having it work out, but if it doesn't, you're still back to where you were, then your subconscious mind looks at doing nothing as a risk, as causing you pain, and it'll cause them or yourself to take action. And when you understand that, it makes communication, it changes your communication. All right, so I'm out there going to practice what I preach. All right, have a good day.